Geezers, Marvel Snap has a new roadmap and there is a new battle mode coming very soon. We have full details on this battle mode in an article. Let's take a quick look at the roadmap itself though, at a quick glance. Coming soon, battle mode versus friends, name change, artist credits, Russian and Vietnamese language support, infinity split, mod details. In development, so this is probably around June time, something like that. PC widescreen UI, smart decks, which we'll talk about in a sec, unranked mode and new competitive modes. Let's hope that unranked mode allows you to stop playing on the featured and hot location. That's going to be a great way of getting away from those if you don't like them. In concept, guilds, infinity rank leaderboard, collectible emotes and card emojis, mythic variants, booster, magnets, yes please, avatars and titles by deck, PC controller support, season cache improvements, and in-game events. Let's take a look at all the details they have given us on this roadmap. It says, goodbye 2022, hello 2023. I'll let you read this first bit at leisure. Let's just crack on with the meat and potatoes. Coming soon. Items listed here are in the final phase of development, and these features are almost ready to release to players. We're cleaning up, polishing art, and squashing bugs. Our quality assurance teams scrape over all the little details to ensure we have as smooth an experience for players as possible. Once features are coming soon, we can start to plan release dates, timelines, and share some insight with players. The team is hard at work at putting the finishing touches on a few much anticipated features. What is battle mode versus friends? The thing I have been most looking forward to. Battle mode is a new way to play Marvel Snap. In battle mode, each player starts with 10 health and the winning player deals damage to their opponent equal to the stakes of the game. So if I win 8 cubes, I deal 8 damage. If I then, the next game, win 1 cube, I deal 1 more damage. And then if I win 1 more cube, bang, they only have, a limited amount of health. And then I win. Hooray! If you double down and snap, you'll do 4 damage to your opponent instead of 2, or retreat early and only lose 1 health. Players will play a series of games against each other with their same deck until one player has no health left. The way it works is simple. You either create a match or join a match. The player that creates a match gets a code they need to share with their friend. We're aiming to release this in the next month or 2, and we hope you're as excited as we are to play versus your friends or organise fun community competitions. I'm so excited. I'm going to be running a whole bunch of community tournaments on my Twitch channel, so make sure you're following that. It's in the link in the description below. My main question I have with this, let's say I have 1 health. Can the stakes go above 1? Because if so, that is a big advantage for myself being at 1 cube or 1 health. You get me? Because I could just be like, well, I'm just never going to retreat. I'm just going to snap because there's no difference if I have 1 health or -7. You get me? Like if I have 0 or -7, it doesn't matter. So that is one issue I maybe have with the design of this mode. I'll be interested to see how they handle that. Let me know in the comments below. What's name change? You can change your name. Cool. What are artist credits and infinity split mod details? When you're looking at a card in its detail view, you'll be able to tap the nameplate at the top to see artist credits and what infinity split mods are on that card. So you just basically get the name of the infinity split mod. There's Sparkle, Bubbles, 2 others whose names I can't actually remember. Russian and Vietnamese language support. Happy days. All right, in development is the next one. Game features in this section are actively being developed, iterated, and improved upon. Our production team dedicates team resources, generates task timelines, and ensures we're moving forward. Features and systems in this bucket can change dramatically. We might find our initial idea wasn't fun, or we might discover we can achieve our goals in an unexpected way. And in development, we have the PC widescreen UI. At the moment, the Steam version of Marvel Snap is literally a PC port, a mobile port to PC. So you just have a thin little screen, which is why in all the videos of mine that you're watching, I've chopped my screen up into loads of pieces so the board is a bit bigger. Very, very, very keen for that as soon as possible. So hopefully before June, I would really hope for March time, to be honest, but we'll have to wait and see. It's still in the coming soon, or in development, I should say. Smart decks. Creating a new deck can be so much fun. Sometimes you might know precisely what 12 cards you want to play. Other times a few cards work together, but you're unsure what to add. That's where smart decks come in. Maybe you're unsure how to finish that move deck you've wanted to play. No problem. Go on YouTube and search Specimen move deck. No? Oh, okay. You'll be able to finish your new deck with the tap of a button. More details to come as we get closer to releasing this feature. This sounds amazing. Already, Second Dinner have done a great job of making deck building accessible to everyone by just making it 12 card decks. This is a step even more in that direction. It's just going to be in an algorithm. I would imagine it's going to be based off, let's say I put Juggernaut in my deck. Oh, Storm goes with Juggernaut, just based off percentage of decks people are playing. There's already the bot decks as well in Marvel Snap, which are actually handcrafted by second in a team. So I imagine it's just going to be some kind of an algorithm that's just going to have a lot of input from, people, and based on like play rates and stuff like that. So I think it's amazing. The only problem with smart decks is if they become too smart. That is a bit of a weird timeline if the smart decks become the meta. What's unranked mode? Players can face off against each other without the risk of losing ranks or cubes while still making progress on their missions. This is the perfect place to test new decks and strategies. Again, my biggest wish for unranked mode is that you can just swerve the featured and hot location. I would imagine you can. It's a bit of feedback I'm certainly going to be giving because, I think it would be really nice to just be able to avoid those if you don't want to play a certain one. Especially on the second day of the featured location, I'm usually done. Especially if there's like just a certain deck I want to play. Let's say a new card just came out and it's really bad into a feature location. You know how it goes, isn't it? What's competitive mode? They said modes as well, by the way. And here it says mode. So, yeah. We're looking to use battle mode in fun new ways. More details will come in the future as we make progress on this. My prediction would be, obviously the battle mode itself is just versus friends. They say battle mode versus friends. There's just going to be an online version of battle mode where there's maybe a rank system. And I would also imagine then through that ranked system, you can qualify for tournaments, which will be then in-game, like there'll be a gauntlet, I think it's called in Runeterra, the mode, where you can then, if you win and do well in your gauntlet, you can actually there directly qualify for the like in-person esports events. So I would imagine they're going to have some kind of in-game way of doing it. It just seems like the right approach and the modern approach. In concept, we have big dreams about what we'd like to bring to the future of Marvel Snap. The first step towards these dreams is turning ideas into concepts through discussion, documentation, and planning. Features currently in the in-concept phase have been initially scoped out and given shape, but we've not yet had any engineering or development work done in the game itself. This is where we'd love your feedback the most. Concepts listed in this section may be elevated in priority, rescoped, or scrapped entirely, or we might hear something completely new from the community. Here are some of the future concepts we're thinking about. All right. Guilds, social system. So a couple ways this could be. The first one is like a Pokemon Go type thing where you have like 3 different things, like red, green, yellow, whatever it is. But it does say social system, so maybe this is going to be more tailored to specific communities. I actually played a Auto Battler as a sponsored stream about a year ago, and the one thing I really loved about that game, it wasn't the gameplay, it wasn't the graphics, it wasn't the performance. It was actually this guild system they had where I could invite members of my community into my guild or my team or whatever, and then you can kind of just like see each other's stats, for example, very, very easily without necessarily just being on their friends list. So like as a streamer, that would be an amazing tool to have, like my own guild, whatever. Just be part of a community. You might be part of an esports team, right? And you might want to have your own esports guild or whatever. Like, just sounds like a really fun way of interacting with friends, streams, communities. I think it sounds amazing. I think it sounds so good. And then you could even do like, there was a mode on this game where you could do like guild versus guild or something like that, which, yeah, that's just cool. I like it. Infinity rank leaderboard is going to be nice. We actually did have one of these in beta. It was very flawed because there's so many bots when you hit above rank 100. Certainly there was back in beta. I would imagine there's less now. But what that means is often if you're good enough to hit rank 100, you're good enough to hit rank 200. You just have to play a lot more. So, yeah, I think if there's an Infinity rank leaderboard, there's a couple things they can do. First and foremost is just remove bots entirely from the Infinity rank. That would be great. That's going to stop just like a huge cube inflation, because when you sort of can spot bots, you kind of can really finesse them and just get easy 8 cube games. Like there's even like things you can do where you can intentionally be losing 2 out of 3 lanes so they snap on you so you can still win. So yeah, just get rid of bots. Alternatively, just have like, rather than it just be based on who has the highest actual rank, based on win rate and stuff. But I feel like just removing bots probably is just the easier way from the Infinity rank if people want to be on the leaderboard. Collectible emotes and card emojis is something I think is amazing. I really do love the emotes in Marvel Snap. I think they're fantastic. The card emojis, where you can basically react to your opponent's cards or your own cards, can definitely be improved. I think it's a great idea, but they're basically just flipping iPhone emojis right at the moment. They're not like Marvel or anything like that. So just working on those in general and having customizable ones is amazing. That's something I really liked about Runeterra, having those like different emotes that you can unlock with the battle pass and stuff. Mythic variants, we already have what I think are called ultimate variants. We have 3 in the game. We have Ghost Rider, we have Namor, and we have Black Panther. They're all in the collector token shop and they cost 6,000 tokens. So no one has these cards. That's a terrible way to unlock them. Video coming soon on Marvel Snap Economy when it comes to collector tokens. Make sure you subscribe for that. Yeah, very cool. Just depends how they're implemented, of course. But yeah, that sounds great. Booster magnets is an amazing idea. Just this idea of giving a little consumable to one of your cards, which you want to pick up more boosters. If you guys weren't aware, Agatha, actually, if you play her in your deck, collects all the boosters. So she's got that booster magnet just permanently on her. Whether this magnet is going to be giving the card all the boosters, like every game, or just more frequently, remains to be seen. Maybe there's going to be different rarities of booster magnets. Wouldn't be too surprising, would it? Avatars and titles by deck is a lovely idea. If I've got an Agatha deck and I want to run the I'm playing Agatha title and have the Agatha avatar, but then don't want it when I switch off, that's great. Gwent could certainly learn a thing or two from that. The amount of times I've changed my flipping card back on that game is unbelievable. PC controller support is one I'm surprised to see, but actually really happy. I have quite a funny relationship with playing card games with controller because that's how I started out on Gwent, with a controller on PlayStation. My very first videos on this channel were playing Gwent with a controller, so I'll probably stick to the mouse and keyboard, but it's a lovely option to have. Season cash improvements. These are the things that you get when you hit rank 50 and 51 and above on the season pass. So just improving those, I think that's cool. They're pretty bland at the moment. You just get like credits or gold. Maybe you can get collector tokens. I'm not certain. I don't think you can. I think it's like credit, golds, or boosters, right? It's kind of a bit meh. So that's nice that they're looking to improve that. And then in-game events. There already are some like in-game events. Kind of, but it looks like that they really wanted to revamp these. And also the news tab on Steam is kind of scuffed, so I don't pay too much attention to those. And they're not really in-game, they're like in a browser that you have to click through the news tab. That's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the roadmap. I'm excited. I mean, it's a banger roadmap. Big up Second Dinner for all the amazing communication, as always. I'm so flipping excited for this battle mode. Let me know in the comments if you are as well. But I think like maybe a good thing to touch on is, what do you think about the in-concept, the guilds? Is there anything in particular you would love to see them add to this in-concept? Do you have any opinions on the guilds, the infinity rank, just any ideas in general? Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch, where I'm streaming every day, 9 AM UK time. It's not every day anymore. It's 5 days a week. I don't know what days yet. Not on Thursdays. Not on Thursdays, but most other days. Bye. Please like the video. Thanks.